Story, maybe an Apollo Starbuck story or a Richard Hatch and a Dirk Benedict story?
Well, I used to see so many beautiful women going in Dirk's motorhome, going, leaving, staying, and I was always wondering what was going on in there. Why are you laughing? And so finally, I think it was toward the end of the whole year. It was like because sometimes actors can be a little competitive with each other, and so we were friends, and we got to know each other. But really, I'd never been allowed in his motorhome. One of those motorhomes that agents keep negotiating to make bigger. It's very funny how that goes. We started out with a small motorhome, and then the next thing I knew, the agent had got him a bigger one, and then my agent started trying to negotiate to get a bigger one, and we keep getting these bigger and bigger motorhomes, which I hate to say it, most actors don't care about, but it just kind of got out of hand, and finally, like I said, he had this huge, humongous motorhome, and I kept wondering what was in there. So anyway, he finally invites me in, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get into the inside secrets of Dirk Benedict. He invites me in and cooks me a macrobiotic lunch. And that's what he was doing. He was cooking lunch for all these girls. That's my story. What was the second part of that question? What? Oh.
Hi, I have a question for Richard, Mr. Hatch, whichever you prefer. I was just wondering, what exactly were your thoughts initially when, on the new version, when you found out someone else was going to be taking over what had been your role, and you were going to be someone else? Were you happy to be back in the fleet, so to speak, or were you mad that someone was stepping into your shoes, or what?
The only thing I would say about that is that, first of all, sometimes it's hard because you can play 1,000 roles, right? And yet it's kind of those one or two roles that you do on a high-profile series that gets all the attention. And I tell people, I love Battlestar, I love playing Captain Apollo, but I did it 35 years ago, and I played, I think, 24 episodes of it, and I did 1,000 roles in between that role and finally getting to play Tom Zarek in the new Battlestar. So there was a lot of space and distance between that, and yeah, I kind of went through a little bit of a what's the word? I was a little upset when I found out they weren't going to do a continuation series, but I was never against what Ron Moore was doing, or this reimagined version. I was for a continuation. I had fought for it. I put a lot of time, energy, and money into it. Money I didn't expect to spend, but I don't know about you. Every once in your life, you're going to have to believe in something enough, love something enough to put yourself on the line for it. Filmmakers sometimes will hawk everything to make that first film, but I just got caught up in something that I loved, a story I loved that touched me and moved me and had something to say about the world, and that's what every artist wants to be part of. So I put a lot of time and energy into doing all that. So when they were going to bring back the new show, I was a little frustrated. And I wrote a bunch of letters kind of dialoguing, why is it that studios and networks don't listen to fans? Why is it that when they usually bring back a classic of some kind, as you all know, they usually screw it up because they miss the very thing that made that classic special, which is what we all loved in it. But with Battlestar, this was the first time, seriously, they brought back a classic and did something extraordinary with it. And people always ask me, how did you betray? You were working for the original show and then you went on the new show. I said, I love great art. I appreciate great performances, great writing, and when I see it, I take my hat off and I bow down and I worship it, because I lived to be part of that kind of experience. And when I saw that this new Battlestar was extraordinary, honestly, I started watching it, I started telling people about it, and like so many of your friends, I'm sure they didn't want to watch Battlestar. They watch it once, right? And then you get to watch them be assimilated, right? Battlestar, I don't want to watch it. Oh my God, I can't wait till next week. You know. So you know, when I went on the show and got to play this incredible character, Tom Zarek for me, this political revolutionary, I got the chance to meet, you know, Jamie Bamber, and I have to tell you, I honestly think, you know, we get to play many, many roles in our life. But a lot of times the series, the ones that are the most high profile, the movies that kind of make that star the biggest, you know, the most known out there, sometimes it's a role, I think, that connects deeper to your soul. It's something that ignites inside of you and you bring that extra something to the performance. And when I met Jamie, Jamie, for me, has what I loved about Apollo. He had this sense of integrity, of heart, of soul, the kind of guy you'd want to be in a, you know, if you were in war, you'd want him watching your back. He's one of those characters that truly, heroic characters. And as a human being, he embodies that. So all I can say is that when I see an actor get a role that maybe I think I could do better, you might be a little jealous, a little competitive. When I see an actor get a role that they do extraordinarily well, and they're right for it, I take my hat off, and I'm just like everybody else. I pay homage to that character and to that performance. So I loved what he did. I thought he was exactly right for that role. And I will only say this, is that is probably one of the most difficult characters to write for. You know that when you're fracked up, every writer gets just all these epiphanies about what to write for that character, but when they're a really good, true blue guy or woman, it's very challenging for writers, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. The character at the center who's holding it all together and holding themselves all together successfully. Yeah, they've got no little craggy bits to stick your fingers in and hold on.
So anyway,